Me and my wife ran, and we got behind our car, and there was a cop right there trying to protect us.
The man behind that officer-involved shooting and an hours-long standoff appeared in court.
Tonight we're learning more about what happened in this quiet residential neighborhood and what close neighbors had to endure during that shootout. Amy Color's in the studio with us. Amy, an officer was hurt in this?
He was, Jamie and Yetta. That officer suffered shrapnel injuries. Fortunately, they were treated on scene and they are doing okay. But this was certainly some terrifying moments for neighbors. This played out in a residential neighborhood. Neighbors watching it unfold from where they live. Some of them have lived there for decades. Jose Balbastro and his wife taking cover behind their SUV with a police officer as gunshots ring out. Balbastro tells me his wife told him police were on their street. He purposely stayed around the corner. As the search for the suspect intensified, police called him, asking him to meet them so they could check the surveillance cameras at his home. He just met that officer when the shooting started.
I'm going to need a rifle to cover the inside so that we can move west.
Well, that's a scary moment.
It happened around 3 yesterday afternoon near 32nd Street and Union Hills Drive. Police say they received a call about the suspect, 25-year-old Jose Chacon, trying to rob a person in their car. A sergeant responded, spotting Chacon leaving the area. Police set up a perimeter and began searching for him. During that search, investigators say Chacon started shooting at officers from inside a home. They returned fire.
Me and my sister, we just got into cover because, you know, he's firing and you really don't know like what direction. We didn't know where it was coming from either.
That's Balbastro's son. As he and his wife took cover behind their SUV, his 2 kids were home, hearing it all play out just a few doors down from where they live. The 2 later evacuated by police.
I'm glad that no one was hurt.
Video captures Chacon surrendering hours later. Police later explaining he broke into the home he was in. Fortunately, the family was on vacation, as was the family across the street.
I didn't feel that nervous about it, but today, after I was thinking about it all day long, you know, it's kind of shaky.
The owner of that home the suspect broke into returned home today. He is still in shock and declined to do an interview. Neighbors tell me that he recently remodeled, but everyone in this neighborhood realizes how lucky they were. This could have gone very different.
Yeah, I think about my neighborhood and you're just sitting there in your quiet neighborhood and then something like this happens. It's probably felt so surreal.
Yeah, you just never know.
You never know,
I know,
especially these days.
A lot of text messages from friends who live in that neighborhood. They were worried for sure. Thank you. I'm glad he was not home.